dem heutigen Video geht es um einen besonders tragischen Fall, das eine ganze Stadt in Aufruhr versetzte und schließlich eine unerwartet erschreckende Auflösung fand. Der Fall Elizabeth Olden. Erfahren Sie in den folgenden Minuten die unvorstellbare Wahrheit hinter Elizabeths Verschwinden und die schockierende Wendung, die letztendlich zur Auflösung des Falles führte.
Was your throat cut?
Yeah. Oh.
Grandma?
Oh.
Karen Brooke brach emotional zusammen, als ihre Enkelin Alyssa gestand, einen Mord begangen zu haben. Alyssa erlebte eine tragische Kindheit und litt unter schwerer Misshandlung, die zu posttraumatischen Belastungsstörungen führte. Karen und Gary Brooke, Alyssas Großeltern, erkannten die Notwendigkeit, für Stabilität in Alyssas Leben zu sorgen. Sie kämpften vehement für das Sorgerecht der Kinder, um ihnen einen sicheren Hafen zu bieten. Nach einer langen rechtlichen Auseinandersetzung erhielten sie schließlich das volle Sorgerecht. Der Umzug in eine abgelegene Kleinstadt in Missouri war ein Versuch, einen Neuanfang zu ermöglichen. Die Familie kaufte ein Haus auf einem großen Grundstück, während sich die Zwillingsbrüder und ihre Schwester Emma schnell anpassten und begannen, in ihrer neuen Umgebung aufzublühen, schien Alyssa Schwierigkeiten zu haben, sich einzufinden. Die ruhige und enge Gemeinschaft von St. Martins, wo jeder jeden kannte, sollte sich als Kulisse für ein schreckliches Ereignis erweisen. Am Mittwoch, dem 21. Oktober 2009, klopfte Alyssas jüngere Schwester Emma an die Haustür der Oldens. Sie wollte, dass ihre 9-jährige Freundin Elizabeth Olden herauskommt und mit ihr spielt. Die Familien Bustamante und Olden lebten nur 4 Häuser voneinander entfernt und die Mädchen verbrachten oft Zeit miteinander. Doch an diesem Tag sollte Elizabeth nie nach Hause zurückkehren. Alyssas schreckliches Verbrechen gegenüber ihrer Freundin erschütterte nicht nur die Oldens, sondern die gesamte Gemeinde. Elizabeth Olden war ein typisches Mädchen. Vor Emmas Ankunft bei Elizabeth zu Hause hatte diese aufmerksam ihre Texte für ein bevorstehendes Musical am Esstisch geübt. Elizabeths Mutter, Patty, sagte zunächst Nein zum Spielen. Das Abendessen würde bald fertig sein. Aber die Mädchen baten sie so sehr, dass sie schließlich nachgab. Patty gab klare Anweisungen an Elizabeth, um spätestens um 18 Uhr nach Hause zu kommen. Sie vertraute darauf, da die Viertklässlerin große Angst vor der Dunkelheit hatte. Emma und Elizabeth spielten Brettspiele und Himmel und Hölle auf der Auffahrt der Bustamantes. Schließlich sagte Elizabeth, dass sie nach Hause gehen müsse. Emma sah zu, wie ihre Freundin den Heimweg antrat, blieb jedoch nicht, um zu sehen, ob Elizabeth sicher nach Hause kam. Später wurde Emma von den Ermittlern gefragt, ob Elizabeth möglicherweise durch den Wald gegangen sei, aber sie beharrte darauf, dass sie nie in den Wald gegangen seien. Emma spielte draußen weiter, wusste aber nicht wie lange. Irgendwann verlor sie einen Haargummi in den Dornen an ihrer Auffahrt. Als sie versuchte, ihn zu holen, kratzte sie sich die Hand und ihr Fuß blieb stecken. Alyssa hörte sie durch ein offenes Fenster im Haus und half ihr aus den Dornen. Emma bemerkte einen Blutfleck an Alyssas Oberschenkel. Alyssa erklärte es als Menstruationsblut und bat Emma, es niemandem zu erzählen. Als 18 Uhr vergangen war, war Elizabeth noch nicht zu Hause angekommen. Patty rief wiederholt Elizabeths Handy an, aber es gab keine Antwort. Dann rief sie Emmas Großmutter Karen an, um zu fragen, ob Elizabeth noch bei ihnen sei. Karen wusste nichts davon und rief sofort die Polizei an.
Truly is a family's worst nightmare. In this case, 9-year-old Elizabeth Olden from Cole County has been missing since yesterday evening. Good evening, I'm Angie Bailey.
And I'm Ryan Takeo in for Jim. Cole County authorities and volunteers have been searching for Elizabeth all day. KOMU8's Brooke Hash is at the scene. Brooke, is there anything new?
Ryan, I can tell you that the number of volunteers and law enforcement across the state have tripled since last night to more than 300 people. They are covering a half-square-mile grid search near Elizabeth Olden's home that is just behind me. She went missing last night around 6 p.m. on her way home from a friend's house just 4 blocks away.
Nachdem sie die Nachbarschaft und den Wald erfolglos durchsucht hatten, orteten sie Elizabeths Handy, das zu einem 60 Hektar großen Wald hinter ihrem Haus führte. Freiwillige machten eine seltsame Entdeckung. Ein Loch in Form eines Grabes. Das forensische Team begann, den Ort zu untersuchen, während das FBI Alyssa befragte. Sie gestand, das Loch gegraben zu haben, weil sie einfach gerne Löcher gräbt und tote Tiere begräbt, wenn sie welche findet. Obwohl das Loch leer war, fanden die Ermittler in Alyssas Zimmer ein wichtiges Beweisstück, welches zu diesem dramatischen Gefühlsausbruch führte. Sehen Sie nun selbst, wie das Verhör von Alyssa verläuft und wie der Detektiv meisterhaft die erschreckende Wahrheit aufdeckt. Karen begleitete Alyssa in den Verhörraum. Als sie reinkam, glaubte sie völlig, dass Alyssa unschuldig ist. Sie erlebte den Schock ihres Lebens, als sich die Wahrheit direkt vor ihren Augen zu entfalten beginnt.
Okay. All right. We're going to start from Wednesday morning. Let's just kind of start there.
Okay.
Walk me through from the time you woke up in the morning.
So I went to school.
Okay.
And I was there all day. And then I came home on the bus, and I got home around 3. No, 4. 3:30, 4. When I got home around then, and I just hung out in my room for a little while. And then I went for a walk around 4:35, something like that. And I was just walking around in the forest for a while. And I was supposed to take my little sister with me, but I ditched her because she's annoying. So I went outside, and she was down in the ditch area, and she was stuck in thorn bushes. So I went down there, and I helped her out. And she asked me why I was bleeding, because, I found out on my period.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, don't tell anyone that.
And you were at school.
Mhm.
You didn't ditch that day.
Nope.
Okay. So we're verified that you're at school.
Yes.
So if we check, they're going to say you were at school that
Yes. Yes.
day. Okay. What'd you do at school?
I went to all my classes, did my schoolwork, went on the couch.
Anything happen at school?
No.
Anything eventful?
Just the usual school day.
Okay. Fights or arguments with anybody?
Mm-mm.
Now you have a boyfriend.
I do.
Okay. What's his name?
His name's Dustin.
Dustin. Okay. What'd you do when you got home?
I went in my room, went to the bathroom, did usual stuff when you get home from school.
Sure.
And then I decided to go for a walk. Because it was a nice day Wednesday.
Okay.
So I went outside in the forest and just...
Where'd you go when you say you went to a walk? Where'd you go?
Okay. There's a tree line. If you want to draw this for you or something.
I have a map. When you walked up there to the cow pasture, what were you doing up there?
I was just, enjoying nature, taking a walk.
Were you smoking?
No.
Okay. If you were, that's fine. I don't care. I'm just trying to get an idea.
This is one of those occasions where if you were, we don't care if you were sick.
Oh, I know. I wasn't.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay. So you're walking up there. You go up to this cow pasture. Did you meet anybody up there?
Nope.
Did you meet Dustin up there? Did you meet anybody else up there?
Mm-mm.
Did you see anybody on the trail?
It was just the forest.
Okay.
Peaceful, no one there.
Okay. So you walked up there, and you've gone about an hour, and then you came back.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then what'd you do?
I went up in my room, and then I heard Emma, yelling, crying, and
So you go down to help Emma,
Mm-hmm.
and she was stuck. How was she stuck?
Well, there was a big old bush of thorn, big old thorn bushes,
Uh-huh.
and she couldn't get over it. She somehow managed to get herself stuck in there, so I had to go down there.
Okay.
Is she like the little person? You look after her?
I do. I mean, she's annoying.
Yeah, I want to back you up a little bit, because when you went on your walk, you said about 4:30 or 5 or so.
We went back to the house.
They just said
And
she was
they
missing.
they were questioning me about the day.
So they just told you Elizabeth was missing.
My grandpa did, yes.
How did that make you feel?
Things like this don't happen.
Well, what can you tell me about Elizabeth? I don't know, other than her name and her date of birth here. I don't know anything about this girl. Tell me about Elizabeth.
Well, she's 9.
Okay.
I don't really know that much about her either.
I mean, tell me what you do know about her.
Okay. She'd come over and swim. She's kind of girly.
Okay.
Not naturistic, I guess
Okay.
I'd say. She can be annoying.
Okay. Well, there's been, there were some folks out there out in the forest, I guess, digging some holes or looking at some holes. Yeah, and I guess they had said that you like to go out there and dig holes. So I'm going to have to ask you some stuff about yourself.
Okay.
Because, obviously that plays in there if they were looking at holes and you're out there in the forest and that sort of thing. So I guess just tell me a little bit about yourself so I understand where all this is coming from.
I really like nature, animals, being outside. It's just, naturistic like that. And I get bored really easily, and I'm entertained really easily. Okay. So, digging holes is just something to do. You
just like to dig holes?
And I like to climb trees.
Okay.
And I bury dead animals there.
Alyssa zuckt mit der rechten Schulter. Das Zucken mit nur einer Schulter wird als modifiziertes Zucken oder als Variante eines natürlichen Schulterzuckens betrachtet. Bewegungen wie diese suggerieren oft Ungewissheit über das, was die Person vermitteln möchte. Sie lehnt sich nach links, eine zusätzliche nonverbale Demonstration von Unbehagen. Der Vernehmer ist in der Machtposition und blockiert den einzigen Ausgang in dem viel zu kleinen Verhörraum.
What kind of holes do you dig? Tell me about these holes you dig.
Well,
you dig them a certain way every time, or just dig a hole?
Just dig a hole, pretty much.
Okay. Just wherever they're at? I mean, do you dig at a certain spot, or what?
Well,
just a big round hole. Alyssa, this hole that you dug, when did you dig that hole?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yes.
Why did you dig that hole?
Because Sunday I was bored. You don't really do much on Sunday. Can't watch TV, play video games, So, decided to go outside.
When did you dig it?
Bustamante sagt, hier. Sie verwendet das nicht konsequent während des gesamten Verhörs. Das ist keines ihrer Grundverhalten. Es ist auch interessant zu bemerken, dass Alyssa einen sogenannten Ausschlussqualifikator verwendet, wenn sie sagt, das ist so ziemlich alles. Laut dem pensionierten CIA-Vernehmungsbeamten Philip Houston wird ein Ausschlussqualifikator als eine Taktik definiert, die es Menschen, die bestimmte Informationen vorenthalten möchten, ermöglicht, ihre Frage wahrheitsgemäß zu beantworten, ohne Informationen freizugeben. Beispiele für Ausschlusskriterien sind Aussagen wie nicht wirklich, grundsätzlich, meistens, wahrscheinlich und so weiter.
I think my grandpa would have the exact time. I don't really remember.
What were you doing Sunday? Tell me about Sunday then.
I was at my mom's house for the weekend.
Okay.
She lives at the lake. And we came back around 5. And I know I dug it before dark. So it was sometime in between. Wait, what time did we come home?
So you got back home 6:30, 6:45-ish probably?
Maybe right at 6:30.
6:30?
About 25 minutes.
Well, it's getting dark by then.
Well,
So you got home at 6:30.
Yeah.
And how did you dig a hole at what? So what did you
Well,
do
my grandpa-
Sunday? Well, I'm not asking what your grandpa. When you got home at 6:30 Sunday, what did you do then?
Oh, I think I took a shower and went to sleep.
So then Friday, what'd you do? Think back to Friday.
So I decided to go outside and just do whatever. And I dug a hole.
Why did you dig that hole?
Because I was bored and I felt like doing something.
Tell me about that hole, though. It's a very specific hole. I mean, it's a very unique hole, I should say.
Are all of your holes like that?
No.
But why? You dug the hole, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That was a very, very unique hole.
I guess. I was digging. I mean, whatever shape comes to mind. I was just entertaining myself.
The reason I'm asking, it just seems like and you can understand why, as if people were out in the woods looking for a person, if they were lost, or God forbid, looking for, if they thought it was God forbid, a body, why they would be alarmed by that hole, because they're, come along a hole, freshly dug hole that was, we're talking about a perfect rectangle hole that is 3 by about 4.5, 5 foot, perfect rectangle. Perfect size, what would be a grave for. And so that's why so many people, I think, were alarmed by that hole. It just caught a lot of people as very odd.
Yeah, it makes sense. It does.
What do you think about that?
Well, I guess, the timing for digging that hole was definitely not good.
Have you ever dug a hole like that before?
I have.
Where have?
I've buried animals, dead cats.
Okay. Did you? Because what I'm trying to do is so that I can go out of here and, be able to tell some of these other agents that, look, this wasn't, she wasn't digging a grave site. She's dug holes like this before.
Mm-hmm.
So are there other sites you could show us that where you dug a perfect rectangle hole like this? Or is this the only time you dug a hole just like that? Because if there is another hole like that you could show us,
I think that's the only hole that's not filled in.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's filled in or not. Okay. We have experts out there that can look at that, and these guys can. It doesn't matter if it's a year old. They can. Okay. They have sonar. They can run right over it, and they can tell you the shape, the depth, the whole thing. We're talking about guys that have the FBI. They have instruments that can do just about everything. So, if there is one that you can point out. Have you dug a hole like this before then, or is this the first time?
It's not completely like this, but it's kind of like that.
Okay.
So big enough for a shoebox.
Okay, but this is the first time of that size.
Yes.
Okay. Did Elizabeth ever go on walks with you in the woods?
Nope.
I know you said she was a girly girl.
Yeah, I've never seen her in the woods.
Okay. Did you ever take her on walks in the woods or anything like that?
When I go on walks, I like to look at myself.
Okay. What do you know about all of this so far? Obviously, unfortunately, your poor family's been thrown in the middle of this. So what do you know about this whole investigation or mess?
She's still missing. They're out looking for her.
I'm going to ask you just some opinion questions here.
Okay.
What do you think happened to Elizabeth?
Well, I really don't think she would run away because she's 9. Any sign of her, so I think that maybe someone kidnapped her or something. It's a terrible thing. I don't know what else to assume.
Would she have easily been lured into a car? Was she that kind of girl? I don't know anything about her. Would she have been with a kitten?
Maybe. You'd have to ask her mom about
Sure.
that.
Do you think somebody did something to her?
That seems most likely, because I don't think she'd be the kind of person that would hide or stay out all night or anything like that.
Okay. Is there anybody in that area you can think of that would, that comes to mind that you would think of that would do that? Is there anybody that, knowing your neighbors, that you would?
No, but there is a lot of cars to drive down that highway.
Okay, just a few opinion questions. I'm just asking your opinion, because what type of person do you think would do this sort of thing to a 9-year-old girl?
Der Detektiv verwendet die TED-Technik oder die Tell-Explain-Description-Technik. Macht Alyssa deutlich, dass möchte, dass sie den Tag der Ereignisse als Geschichte erzählt. Indem Alyssa den Tag der Ereignisse auf diese Weise erzählt, offenbart sie früher persönliche Details.
A sick person, someone that, can put down all their morals and just take a 9-year-old girl.
Whenever we find out what happened to her, if somebody did something to her, what do you think should happen to them?
I think they should get convicted. Well, yeah, because all the trouble that they caused them so far.
I'm going to ask you because I ask everybody. Did you do anything to Elizabeth?
No.
Did you cause her disappearance?
No.
Did you kill her?
No.
Do you know where she's at right now?
No.
You probably had heard that she had that cell phone with her that day.
Mm-hmm.
And there are pretty easy ways that we have to locate that cell phone through GPS, and they can locate that down to pretty well a few inches nowadays, especially with what the FBI have. So we can pretty well find a cell phone anywhere on the planet nowadays.
Sergeant Rice fragt nach Elizabeth Oldens Handy und erzählt Alyssa, dass die Polizei weiß, dass Elizabeth ihr Handy zum Zeitpunkt ihres Verschwindens bei sich hatte. Er behauptet auch, mit der Software, die der Strafverfolgung zur Verfügung steht, können sie jedes Handy überall auf dem Planeten ausfindig machen. Das ist eine einfache Angsttaktik und eine Art zu sagen, dass jede Lüge aufgedeckt wird.
Now, it's my understanding that did the FBI do search or something of the house where you guys lived?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. What was that all about?
They searched our house, I guess, for any signs of Elizabeth, and they found stuff in my room, but not like evidence like that. They found like marijuana seeds.
And you understand, I don't care about marijuana seeds or any of that.
And they found
I could care less.
my medication.
Don't care about that.
Yeah.
That's not what we're here about. Has Elizabeth ever been in the house? I mean, she's coming
She
over to
has
visit
been in
with
the
them
house, yes.
or so. You said they searched your room.
Yes.
Other marijuana seeds and that sort of stuff. Did they find anything?
Nope.
Okay. Did they take anything?
They took my sheet and
Okay.
a pillowcase, I think.
Did they take anything else?
I don't think so. I haven't really surveyed anything.
Okay.
I think they took clothes
Oh, they took a pair of pants.
and a diary.
Good.
I mean, they gave us the list. It's not all coming to me what was on the list, but there's a long list.
Your diary. Okay. You ever gone through the diary?
I've looked at some of it, yes.
Okay. Did you know that?
No.
Does it make you angry?
A little.
Yeah. It's kind of your private, personal thoughts, isn't it? Yeah. I can understand you being angry with that. But do you think they went through your diary?
If they collected it, then most likely. What? The only thing I can think of is very simple. So they find it about me.
Von diesem Punkt an beginnt die sogenannte Read-Technik. Die Read-Technik ist ein Verhörtyp, der im Anklageverfahren verwendet wird. Der Interviewer teilt dem Verdächtigen mit, dass die Ergebnisse der Ermittlungen eindeutig darauf hindeuten, dass er das fragliche Verbrechen begangen haben muss. Es ist ein 3-Phasen-Prozess, beginnend mit einer Faktenanalyse, dann ein Verhaltensanalyse-Interview. Diese Phase soll nicht anklagend sein, um mehr Ermittlungs- und Verhaltensinformationen zu bekommen.
We talked a little bit earlier about technology. Even if you write something down,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Let's say you write it down in pencil, and then you take a pen and try real hard to scratch it out. That doesn't make it go away. And forensically, actually you don't even need a whole lot of forensics. If you hold it up to a light, you can see what was written. And then when that's processed forensically, every word, every stroke is still there. Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
What we want to do is find out what happened to the little girl.
Okay.
Okay? You have a little sister.
Yes.
if something happened to her, you would want to know where she is.
Yes.
Even if something bad had happened to her,
Yes.
you would want to know what happened to her. Right? Now, I don't know if she has a sibling or not. I don't know. I don't know her family. But I know her family wants to find her and recover her. I need to know what the truth is.
Okay.
We have your diary. We've read your diary, including the last entry. We both know what we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
Where's she at?
I don't know.
Alyssa, I'm sure you're very smart.
What?
We deal with kids all the time. We deal with kids all the time. That's all I've done for 12 years is deal with kids.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to say anything in this room that's going to catch us off guard. Okay? We need you to be honest. Just be honest. If you know something, then say it. Okay? Please continue. Just say it if you know something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You need to tell us the truth. You need to tell us what happened. If this was an accident, that's fine, but we need the truth. We have to know the truth. That's all I'm asking for, is whatever happened. I have to know the truth. This is not going to go away. All I'm asking for is the truth.
I don't know what's in the diary. I don't know the truth.
That's what I'm asking. Tell us what happened. If this was an accident, that's fine. We can deal with that. But I have to know what happened. And the most important thing is we have to know where she's at. We have to give this family some closure. Just like if this was your little sister, you would want closure. This family needs closure. Okay? Let's start at the beginning. Is this something that was planned out, or was this just an accident?
It was an accident.
Okay. Well, this is a starting point then. That's kind of what I thought. Why don't we start with what happened?
I was in the forest. Like I said. And Elizabeth was in there.
Yeah, sure. Elizabeth was there in the forest?
Yes.
Was she alone?
Yeah. We decided to go hang out. because it was a nice day. We were just messing around. And she fell. She died. And I didn't know what to do. So I burned her body.
How did you burn her?
I just a bunch of wood. Started a fire. Then burned her body.
Why did you dig that hole? Was that for her? When did you dig the hole? You dug it ahead of time, didn't you?
I dug that hole on Wednesday.
Before you played with her.
Yes.
When we go and get the body here, there'll be an autopsy. It doesn't matter whether the body's burned or not. They'll go through and do an autopsy. And they will discover every injury on her body and the cause of death. And I understand you say she fell, and that's why she died. However, they will know from the autopsy if she was shot, if she was hit in the head, if her throat was cut. They will know all of that from the autopsy. So we need to know the truth, because at the end of the autopsy, they will know exactly how she died. How did she kill her?
Why didn't she die?
How did she die? 9-year-old girls don't just die.
We were messing around. And she fell back and hit her head.
Was her throat cut?
Yeah. Oh.
Grandma?
Oh my God.
I think you dug the hole ahead of time. I think you tried to dig the hole, like I said, and realized it was too hard to dig down that far. And I think you got Elizabeth out there. You knew you were going to kill her. And then you cut her throat. Is that what happened?
Yes.
What did you use to cut her throat with?
Not.
A pocket knife? A kitchen knife?
Kitchen knife.
Okay. Where's that kitchen knife now?
And the sink.
The sink of your house?
I believe so.
Okay. So you brought it back to the house with you. Did you wash it off?
Yes.
Okay. How long of a night visit? About that long? What kind of handle does it have?
Black one.
Black handle? Okay. Did you stab her?
Afterwards.
Stab her body or where?
Yes.
Okay. How many times did you stab her?
2. I
2.
think.
Did you hit her with anything first?
No.
Or did you just cut her neck? Or what? You tell me what happened. When did you dig the hole?
I done that when I was trying to find a place to hide her body.
So did you dig that after you killed her?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay. So at about 5:30, you went out. Did you go to her house to get her?
I went over there and she was outside, so it was like, yeah.
You knew you were going to do it then. Okay. So you went over there about 5:30 and got her. Was Emma with you?
She was for part of the way. Like I said, I ditched her.
Ditched her?
Yeah.
Did you have the knife hidden on you? Or where was it at?
Yeah, I had it.
In your hand?
No.
Okay. So you did you walk all the way over to her house?
Yeah.
Okay. Show me what route you went.
I went back through here.
Went got her?
Yeah.
And then show me where you went from there. And show me with this pen where you went from there. You had Elizabeth.
I came to the pond and then this following that path.
Okay. And then you went up here to a creek bed?
Yes.
Okay. And where did Emma turn back?
I think it was somewhere around here.
Okay.
Like I said.
So it was just you and Elizabeth. What did you tell Elizabeth you were going to do?
We were just hanging out at first. I don't know.
You had the knife with you. Had you made up your decision you were going to kill her then?
No.
At what point did you make the decision that you were going to kill her?
When we had been at the creek.
Why?
I don't know.
You just decided? And is it true you said then you burned her body? Okay, is that part true?
Mm-hmm.
So is her body should still be there?
I burned it and then I scattered it and went through the creek.
Into the creek?
Yes.
Is the creek full of water?
Yes.
Because generally it's pretty hard to burn a body all the way. So it wasn't burned up all the way, was it?
No.
No, because it's hard to burn a body.
Right.
So you kind of pushed what was left of the body into the water. Was the water moving pretty fast?
Kind of.
You can still see her clothes. Were they burned off of her right hand? Okay. And you took the knife back home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what did you do from there? You had the knife, and then show me what happened from there.
I just walked back and came inside.
Did you walk back this path that you showed me?
Yes.
You walked this path and came back inside.
Yep.
And then what did you do?
I went up to my room, turned out, came down.
Put the knife in the sink? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about the hole, though?
It was just there.
No, it wasn't just there.
I dug it. Yeah, it was there.
When did you dig it?
After I was looking for something to do with your body, so I dug it.
When?
It was before I came home
Before you came home from where?
from the forest.
Who helped you?
No,
Your grandpa helped you, didn't he?
no,
Who helped you?
no one helped me.
When did you dig this hole?
Why?
When?
Wednesday.
The Wednesday before all this?
No. Wednesday it happened.
After or before you killed her?
After.
You came back home,
Yes.
went to your room, heard Emma crying,
Mm-hmm.
went to help her,
Mm-hmm.
which would have been almost 6 o'clock in the evening when Emma was screaming. So when would you have had time to dig that hole?
Before I came back.
You didn't have a shovel with you.
I had a knife.
You didn't dig that hole with a knife. You did not dig. I was out there for 5 hours. You didn't dig that hole with a knife. Your grandpa loves you very much, doesn't he? Your grandpa would do anything for you. I know you don't want to tell me. I know you want to protect him. But we have got to get to the truth in this. I'm going to ask her to show us where you buried her. And once we're actually out there, what I'm going to ask you to do is just basically tell me what happened when you were there. So just like you told me right here, all I'm going to ask you to do is tell me what happened. How did this happen? Who was standing where? And tell me the sequence of events so that I understand them better. That way, while we're there, I understand when you say this happened, who was standing where, and what happened, so that it actually makes sense to me.
Okay, you go ahead with my...
Vielen Dank, dass ihr bis zum Ende dabei wart. Euer Support und eure Unterstützung bedeuten mir unglaublich viel. Ein riesiges Dankeschön an alle neuen Abonnenten. Eure Likes, Kommentare und Teilungen helfen sehr dabei, diesen Kanal zu unterstützen und zu wachsen. Bis zum nächsten Mal und vielen Dank für eure Treue.